The delicate printed pages have survived 5 centuries of Scottish history, through the Age of Mary, Queen of Scots, Jacobite rebellions, the Acts of Union and the birth of the new Scottish Parliament. Inside the Aberdeen Breviary is page after page of Latin chronicling the heroic lives of Scottish saints, their stories carefully collected from the length and breadth of the country. Its prayers, readings and hymns would play a pivotal role in establishing a uniquely Scottish approach to the routines and rituals of Christian worship for the nation's clergy, while the book sealed its place in history as the nation's first printed book. Now the rarest of the 4 remaining copies is set to go on display for a single day at the Kelvin Hall as part of the nation's St. Andrew's Day celebrations, the first time it has been seen in Glasgow for 500 years. It is the only version to have an extra item bound at the back of one volume. The 16-page order of service called the Compasio Beata Maria is thought to have been printed around 1520 for a Glasgow-based monk, Nicholas Ferguson, who matriculated in 1519, to be used by him and other clergy at the city's St. Mungo's Cathedral. The Aberdeen Breviary brought together stories of Scotland's saints, documenting their incredible powers and heroic abilities along with fascinating historic details of Scottish life. As well as laying out rituals for worship, prayers and hymns, it relates the arrival of St. Andrew's relics into Scotland, the first mention of the nation's patron saint in print. It documents the Machar, a 6th-century Irish saint who arrived in Iona with Columba and was said to have preached in Mull, then Aberdeen, where he was described as its first bishop. Another, Saint Triduana, is said to have sailed to Scotland from Greece with some of the bones of St. Andrew. She went on to live in Restalrig, today a thriving suburb of Edinburgh, where she was credited with restoring the sight of people who sought her help. Today St. Triduana's chapel can be found in Restalrig Collegiate Church, with water from a nearby spring said to be linked to curing eye problems. The book also relays the story of St. Tenu. Pregnant as the result of rape, she survived being thrown from Traprain-Law by her furious father and made her way to Corus in Fife, where she delivered her son, Kentigern. Nicknamed Mungo, he went on to become the founder and patron saint of Glasgow. Although the book gets its name from Aberdeen where it was compiled, it was the first Scotland-wide service book. Rare Books curator Dr. Annetta Hagen said, "This book is a huge deal. We managed to secure it for the National Collections 5 years ago and are delighted to be taking it back to the city where it was first used centuries ago." There are only 3 other surviving sets of the Aberdeen Breviary. The copy ID for more on this story, visit the news article link.